At 62, I didn't feel like a man anymore. I felt like an old couch, sagging, creaky, and forgotten in the corner. My shoulders ached, reaching for a mug. My knees popped like bubble wrap getting out of the car, and my core. It checked out early and left me with a gut I didn't recognize. Even the simplest things betrayed me. Standing from a chair became a wrestling match. Carrying groceries felt like dragging boulders. My body wasn't just weak. It was slipping away from me. The world told me this was normal. That's just aging, they said. Slow down. Fade out. But something deep in me refused. A fire whispered, "Hell no. You're not done yet." One night, I caught my reflection in the mirror. What I saw shook me. A hunched, soft, defeated version of myself. And I asked, is this really how I'm going out? That night, I made a choice. No gym memberships, no gadgets, no waiting. I would rebuild myself from the ground up with simple moves I could do anywhere. And here's the kicker. I didn't just get stronger. I got back my energy, my balance, my dignity. And it all came from 3 simple exercises. One of them, a leg move, was the game changer that flipped everything for me. The first move was my comeback starter, bench dips. Picture this. Me, sitting on a chair, gripping the edge, sliding off and lowering myself down. My arms trembled like twigs. My shoulders screamed. But when I pushed myself back up, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Strength, control, a spark of hope. See, bench dips aren't about looking good in a tank top. They train your arms and shoulders for life's real lifts. Picking up groceries, pushing yourself out of a chair, carrying heavy bags. Every push reminded me, you're not weak, you're rebuilding. The first time I did them, I barely managed a few. But I came back the next day, and the next, and slowly, the weakness faded. Next came the move that tested my pride. Incline push-ups. I leaned on a sturdy table, lowered my chest, and pushed back up. Simple, right? But my arms shook, my back quivered, and my core felt non-existent. I thought, this is pathetic. I used to be strong. But here's the truth. It wasn't pathetic. It was progress. Every push was proof I could still resist life's weight, both physically and mentally. These push-ups didn't just build my chest and core. They straightened my posture, gave me stability, and reminded me I wasn't done pushing back. Studies even say push-ups are linked to heart health. But for me, the real study was my own body, and it told me this. The more I pushed, the more alive I felt. And then came the move that changed everything. Lunges. The first time I tried, I wobbled like a tree in a storm. I stepped forward, bent my knees, and felt my balance slip, but I held on. I pushed back up, and in that moment, I realized this move wasn't just about strength, it was about survival. Why? Because after 60, balance is life. Falls are one of the biggest risks we face. And lunges? They rebuild the legs, glutes and core that keep us steady. Each step forward wasn't just an exercise. It was a statement. I'm moving forward. I'm not done. The more I practiced lunges, the more alive my legs felt. Stairs stopped being an enemy. Walking became smoother. And one day, I realized I could spring out of bed without groaning like a rusty gate. That was the turning point. That was freedom. Here's the truth. These 3 moves weren't about chasing youth. They were about owning my now. My posture improved. My joints felt younger. My energy returned. But most importantly, I got my confidence back. I didn't rebuild a body for vanity. I rebuilt a body for living, to lift, to walk, to move with purpose. And if you're sitting there thinking your best days are behind you, I promise you they're not. So if your knees ache, your shoulders creak, or your core feels retired, start here. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. Try these 3 moves. Feel the shift, reclaim your fire, and when you do, drop a comment below. Tell me which one speaks to you the most. Because your story isn't finished. You're not done. Not by a long shot. If this fired you up, hit like, subscribe, and stick around, because I've got more ways to help you stay strong, mobile, and confident after 50. Remember this. Aging is inevitable. Weakness is optional.